Hi team, welcome to this episode of Team Member Spotlight, and guess who I found today? This fashionista, Miss Nakia Jackson. Nakia, welcome to Team Member Spotlight.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Nakia, you are a legend around these streets. So I want you to tell people first, give us your title and what you do here.
Sure, I am a medical staff credentialing analyst, and I work with onboarding and work with badging, access, which everyone knows.
The dreaded badges.
The dreaded badges. I onboard training applicants, observers, so I do a number of things here.
Yeah. You are very well-rounded. I can say that when I joined the organization in 2017, you were one of the first people that I met. Very welcoming. You've got this hostess personality. So let's get a little bit of information about Miss Nakia today for the team. So I want to know about your career. You've been here a while. Tell me what your career path looked like.
Yeah, I've actually been here 17 years. This coming April, God willing, will be 18 years that I've been with this organization. But I started in credentialing. It was actually a temp assignment at Mount Sinai Hospital in New York. My mother worked for that hospital, and I was out of school for the summer. I was actually going to be a social worker.
Oh,
I've always wanted to be a social worker.
I see that.
Yeah. And I wanted to work with children. Had my life all planned out to work with Administration of Child Services in New York. But then this fell into my lap, and I started working for the managed care company. So my background starts from managed care.
Okay.
It was a PPO that Mount Sinai was actually just starting up. So I started the whole process with them. We were doing JCT codes, building fee schedules.
Oh, wow.
Applications, everything. So that was my start, and it was pretty much the first real job I ever had. I was out of school for the summer, and my mom was like, you got to do something because you're not going to lay around
You're not going to sit here.
You're not going to sit here. So that turned out to be the best thing ever, and I worked there for 6 months as a temp, and they hired me permanently. And I worked there, I would say probably about for 6, almost 7 years, and my family was relocating here to Charlotte.
Okay.
I wanted to come. I took a chance, and I applied for a position here, a credentialing position here, interviewed with Sharon Humphreys at the time. I think Lisa Bowers may have been in the interview, and Jan Kelly. They were all in this interview. This was in 2005, April 2005.
This is history, folks.
Yes,
this is history.
Exactly. So from there, they loved me, they hired me, and I have been here ever since. And I just love, everything. For me, switching fields with what I wanted to do, it was just so interesting to me.
Yeah.
To be on the outside, you did not know all of this goes on in credentialing.
Right.
So it was exciting to me. So the rest is history.
Yeah, and you're here.
And I'm here.
Wow, 17 going on 18 years. Amazing.
Yeah.
So, Nakia, you mentioned Mount Sinai. You're born and raised from
Bronx.
Yep. Yeah, and you still got a little of that accent, even though you've been here a while.
It comes out every once in a while.
So throughout that career, tell me, as far as career or life, who's been most influential in your life, and tell me why.
Okay, I actually have 2 people.
Okay.
My mother and my grandmother. And for those of you who know me, you know me.
Yes,
family
I do.
is
family
very important to me. I come from a huge, close-knit family, and we are ride or die for each other.
Yeah.
So
I've seen it.
Yeah. Yeah. So those 2 ladies, they are just strong, hardworking and loving, and they taught me how to be a woman. They taught me how to be a mother. It's just, they're just so inspirational to me. So, and my grandmother, it is coming up, this January will be 3 years that she had passed away. So she passed away when I was 45 years old. So I was blessed to have her in my life for 45 years, and my children were blessed to have her as a great grandmother as well.
Exactly.
So those 2 are definitely.
She was beautiful. I remember attending that service.
Thank you.
Now, I want to switch gears just a little bit. I want to talk about work-life balance, because you've got a busy household. We've got this remote work environment, hybrid, all kinds of, flexibility.
Yeah.
Tell me how you separate the 2 and how you balance the work and life situation.
It's, it can be pretty tough at times, but it is one thing I want to say. I do appreciate and love the fact how you have made it so easy to have work-life balance.
Yeah.
A lot of companies and a lot of organizations do not have that.
Right.
So that makes it so much easier. I can go and take care and what I need to do for my children.
Yep.
My work is done. It's never an issue. I have a 14-year-old son who is autistic.
Yes.
So he requires a lot of therapy, and and I have to run sometimes and do certain things for him. So
yeah, and sometimes it's last minute.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's last minute, but it's never an issue when I have to do anything for him, or even for my little 7-year-old who is saucy and spicy. But,
saucy and spicy, the fabulous Troy,
yeah,
the diva.
Yeah. She's different, but
yeah.
But that's pretty much. It's just easy. I do what I need to do for my children, my family, and then I have no problems with coming in, doing what I need to do for work. I make it happen.
We do make it happen, don't we? So let's talk about hobbies, recreation. What does Nakia do for fun?
Shop.
Nakia, how many pairs of shoes you got, girl?
Oh my God. Okay, so the last count might have been like 350, and that might have been after I've given away like 100 pairs. Yeah. So yeah, it's an addiction. I'm sorry. It's a bad thing.
Yeah. Well, I'm sitting here rocking my Air Force Ones today. I'm very comfy. 350 pairs of shoes.
Yeah, it's bad.
Oh my God.
It's really bad. It's a sickness. Actually, working in New York, when I was in New York, we had a shoe store that would personally call me every time they got a new shipment in of shoes. So I would visit that store on my lunch break after work, 15-minute break, because it was right downstairs.
So you go hustle,
so yeah,
buy some shoes, and get back to work.
Yeah. I would say, hold that in a size. At that time, it was like a 6.5. Hold that in a 6.5. I'm gonna come back down on my lunch break.
Toddler feet. That's what I call toddler feet.
So shopping, but no, I mean just spending time with my family, doing things for fun. I'm a fun person. I like to enjoy life. Life is too short.
Life is not guaranteed. Tomorrow's not guaranteed.
It's not guaranteed. So,
yeah. I love it. You are a fun person. Talk to me about the household. Who's in the home?
Sure.
What's going on in the household?
Sure. I have an amazing husband named Robert. He is so sweet.
Pray for Robert.
I knew you were going to say that.
Pray for Robert.
I knew you were going to say
I'm sorry.
that.
Let me get back to the conversation. Pray for Robert.
Everyone says that. He's very patient and kind with me. Yes, he is. He is. We have been together for 18 years. We've been married for 16 years.
Wow.
So we have Matthew, who is 14 years old. He will be 15 in January. I can't believe it.
He's growing up so fast.
Yes,
oh my
fast.
Goodness.
So he is so sweet.
He's taller than you now. I'm not going to talk about your height. But,
really?
Fun size.
And then I also have a 7-year-old little girl. Her name is Troy.
7 going on 17.
Exactly. She was a 40th birthday surprise. Turned 40. 2 months later, I found that I was pregnant with her, but she was a blessing. She is such a blessing. She keeps that household jumping. So she was definitely put here 7 years later for a reason.
You had to have that break in between before Miss Troy came.
Prepare me. We had it good with Matthew.
I love it.
So it's just the four of us in the house, and that's it.
Awesome. So last, Nakia, I want you to tell us a little known fact, a fun fact, something few people know about.
Oh my God. Well, my life is pretty much an open book. And for those of you who are my Facebook friends, you guys see me all over town, I like to have a good time, so I like to entertain. I used to be an event planner. So we used to plan trips, ski trips. Back in New York, we used to host for 10 years straight.
Yeah.
We did bus trips and just fun with family and friends and just a good time. That's pretty much it.
I need to look at your Myers-Briggs personality type. Do you remember what you were? Because
I can't remember.
I'm an ESFJ, and we're considered the hostesses of the world.
I think I had something like that.
I felt like
I have it on my wall in my office.
We bring people together, all of that. Yeah.
Totally.
And you're a Virgo.
Yes, I am.
Extra.
You love Virgos. Your daughter's
My
a Virgo.
daughter's a Virgo. Extra. All right.
We are loving people.
Very, very loving people. Very compassionate. Well, Nakia, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
sharing this information with our team so they can get better acquainted with you. I will have your email address posted on the screen so people can reach out and ask questions, give you some additional comments. Yeah, so this is it. Thank you. This has been Team Member Spotlight featuring Miss Nakia Jackson. See ya.